Indonesia as a country is known for having a very wealthy culture, as many traditional clothing, dances, and music often being the talk of the town for many outsiders. But this is also including a certain traditional value that would, if not always, bring outsiders in to get a taste of the aforementioned value. That value being none other than traditional cuisines. When it comes to traditional delicacies from the country of Indonesia, there are many that's quite a favorite for many locals, and maybe some outsiders if they are not only focusing on Bali. Nasi goreng, pempek, soto, and for the topic of today, satay. Satay is a traditional delicacy that is very easy to grasp even for many outsiders, with the concept being as simple as just putting a type of meat on a stick, some peanut sauce here and there, and sometimes with or without rice cakes. With this simpleness in mind, many provinces from Indonesia often make their own variation on satay, with the list including Sate Ruas from Lampung, Sate Tuna from Sulawesi, Sate Payau from Kalimantan, and our topic of today, Sate Bebek from Cilegon, Banten. Sate Bebek is a satay that uses meat from, you guessed it, the poachers. And while there are no available records of how this variation came to be, it seems that this variation of the famous delicacy is often popular in its home area, as it is sold in various local dining establishments around the town, often with different names. While we don't know the origins of the meal, we certainly do know how to make the duck-based delicacy, with the various recipes of the meal being available on the internet with the intention of helping many people that wanted to make the unique delicacy. The internet has been proven worthy at this, as it opened a gateway of many tutorials to help people doing many things they couldn't do before, with these following examples being shown on this screen. Now, while I don't advocate people simply narrating over other people's work and labeling that as its own content, as it is against YouTube terms of service and being honest here, make it seem like that you are very lazy and you couldn't do the accent on your own. However, because of personal skills and the fact that I, for the life of me, cannot convince my parents to buy meat from an animal that is not common in Indonesia in the first place, it would pretty much cost fat Benjamins for a video that would probably last up to at least at a minimum 2 minutes. So what I'm gonna do is just narrate over other people cooking Sate Bebek because I don't know how to cook and it's more efficient this way. So buckle up your seats, sit tight, and I'm gonna show you all the wonders of making Sate Bebek and the processes that would take to make this fine delicacy. So sit tight, students. We are first introduced to one of the homes of this fine delicacy, a local establishment located in Cilegon that likely all of you don't even know or heard about, me included. Hell, I'm pretty sure all of you don't even know the name of this place, and I'm gonna keep it that way. But for the fortunate ones that desperately want to know the name of this establishment, I have a challenge. You see, I'm only gonna show all of you the name of this place by a mere second. If someone finds it, they get the password and I'll give it full ownership to this account. And it's also gonna get a 70,000 rupiah bonus because I'm a nice guy. But let's get back to our scheduled programming, shall we? Now, as you could see, there are many people enjoying the fine delicacy in this unnamed and unknown establishment. But what they don't know is how the meal is made, cooked, and prepared, as they are only customers that just want to fill up their gullet and likely don't care how the delicacy is made. But bad luck for them, as the whole point of this video's existence is to go over the process of making Sate Bebek. And lucky for us, the next transition effect would lead us into the cooking process. So let's not get ahead of ourselves and buckle up your tiny little mushroom-sized seats for this absolutely thrilling 10 out of 10, 100% on Rotten Tomatoes, had a little something for everyone, approved by Michelin cooking process. So enjoy it, my dear viewer and friends. We are first met by the people who regularly do these kinds of stuff. Various workers who have devoted their entire lives to cutting and deboning various meats of animals, only to make less than an employee at any fast food restaurant, with a probable chance that they don't even gain anything despite their hard work. They then put all of the meat that had been deboned to a special kind of bowl, where they would be cooked and then impaled by a very spiky stick. Just then, a random woman that probably doesn't work in this establishment tends to help as he simply observes the work of the two unpaid workers. We then follow up to a detailed scene as the process of deboning a duck, which means we are shown quite a gruesome scene of the spine of this dead duck being ripped off from its body. Would you look at that? The duck probably had a family of ducklings and a wife before becoming the next thing you put into your gullet. Well, I guess it's for the better if you know anything about how ducks mate, but it's still grotesque to look at nonetheless. After the whole going spineless process, both the spine and the remaining leftover meat would then be separated, where the spine would go into a bucket filled with skeletal remains of other ducks that had met their fate. Meanwhile, the meat would instead be cut into pieces, where they would later get impaled to become the delicacy known as Sate Bebek. We then follow up to the process of making the spices that would complement the already tasteful dish, with this random woman demonstrating on how to make the spices. Here are the key ingredients that are going to be used to make the spice. What, will you expect me to list them out by name? Oh silly viewer, I'm just a narrator, I am by no means a constructor. Go sort out a video or something, that would probably help. A little, but it would probably help you understand the process more. Even though it's kind of ironic since this is supposed to be like a tutorial on how to make satay bebek, even though I'm not, listing out the key ingredients that are gonna be used for the spice that's gonna be used for the direct. I don't know, man. Just go sort out a video. I don't care. Just go do something that would probably help you uh, understand the process more or something. Let's get back. After we finish putting all the key ingredients in, we then get a big stick and proceed to absolute obliterate the ingredients. Hell yeah! Now that's what I call accent. Look how smoothly and saucy that looks. Hell yeah! Look at that! I love my life! I hope you love your life too, viewer! This is the awesomest thing I ever seen. Like, nothing has ever matched this kind of accent. Oh my god. Oh my god. This is awesome. God, this is 10 out of 10 Michelin material. Anyways, proceed to pour the spice into the bucket that is filled with meat and start mixing them together. After that energy-inducing process, proceed to touch the saucy meats with your grubby little hands and impale them, because if you remember correctly, we are still making a variation of satay. Okay, but dude, can I be real for a second? Okay, look, I know this process is essential to make the delicacy, but I don't know, just seeing the uncovered hands touching the meat drenched in sauce just makes me thick, I guess. Like, genuinely, I don't know if they had already lost their hands or not. Like, there's a chance that they didn't. Like, genuinely, gives me the heebie-jeebies. Oh. Okay, I hope they are sanitized properly, because if they aren't, well, I know it probably isn't gonna be. I mean, what am I talking about? To be honest, I don't know. Just continue the video on, just if you remember to like wash your hands before this. So yeah, reminder that. Anyways, after that whole process, proceed to place the already prepared satay into the plate, where we could definitively say we had just cooked satay bebek. And to be real here, we did a pretty good job. Anyways, after that whole journey to get here, and maybe the random crack clips that I thought were funny, I guess you could say that it was quite a learning experience if you did follow this as a tutorial. And if you did, good job. Didn't know this video would actually help someone positively. But for the ones that didn't, I actually have nothing to say, so my whole sentiment in reverse. But passing that, since we are in the end of this video, I guess I could say my goodbyes here. So remember this, dear viewer, this is not the last time you'll be seeing me, as I am the first, but not the original. Good morning, good evening, and good night.